Namaskar. First of all, thank you, Indian American Muslim Organization and other organizations for inviting me to this very important briefing. This is not the first time when a film has been used for political propaganda, rather I would say political vendetta. We have many examples from the past. We know that Hitler had a propaganda department headed by Goebbels, which used to produce a number of films just to incite violence and hatred against Jews. And we know that those films played a very crucial role in whatever happened in Hitler's Germany. Then we have Cold War period where a number of films were made in Hollywood just to propagate hate against Russia. You can say that just to demean the socialist philosophy, the socialist policy or socialist states. We have many other examples from many other countries. Let me have, but there are some very interesting examples, and let me have one example from recent past of Kashmir. During 1989, when things were already very tensed, a film was being shown in Kashmiri theatre named The Lion of Desert. This film was about Umar Mukhtar, the famous Libyan revolutionary. This film was not made to do something in Kashmir, but situation was such that a lot of young people inspired by this film to take arm against Indian dispensation. And the situation was such that this film has to be banned in India, and then the theatre was closed and a number of things happened. In fact, what we call Bollywood, the Indian film industry based in Bombay, Bollywood has produced a number of movies, not only since 2014 but even before that, which were specifically made to create a stereotype of Muslim population, which were said to be against the terrorism or showing something against the terrorism, but in doing so, what they actually did was to create hatred against Muslims, to create a rift between Hindus and Muslims. But what is special about this movie, this Kashmir Files, what is specific about this movie is, first, here is a producer and director who comes forward and claims that he has an agenda. Second, the RSS and the BJP are openly not only supporting this movie, but promoting this movie. More than that, our Prime Minister and Home Minister praised this movie openly. So this is the movie which is being used by the right wing to propagate their agenda, and the director is hands in glue with them. The director claims that it is based on real, actual incidents. He also claims that he has an agenda. And what he had done in his movie is to pick and choose incidents from the tragic 1990s of Kashmir to boost his agenda of hatred. The problem with this movie is that it portrays half-truths. There is no denial of the fact that there was one of the greatest tragedy in the independent India when Kashmiri Pandits had to leave Kashmir. About 600 Kashmiri Pandits were killed, and more than 1.5 lakh Kashmiri Pandits faced a brutal exodus. There is no denial of this fact. This is one of the most tragic incidents in recent Indian history, or rather I'll say in the history of independent India. But then this tragedy was not only that. The fact is, a number of Muslims were also killed. The first political person killed in Kashmir during insurgency was Muhammad Yusuf Halwai from National Conference. A number of other National Conference leaders were also killed. The truth is, the fact is, there was a war-like situation in 1990s. and whoever was considered to be pro-India was attacked or killed. The truth is, more than 50,000 Kashmiri Muslims had to leave their motherland. The fact is, more than 50,000 Kashmiri Muslims also fled from Kashmir. The fact is, the tragedy of killings did not stop even after Pandey's exodus. And for last 32 years, we are regularly witnessing killings of general people, killings of citizens in Kashmir. The fact is, those who are living in Kashmir are facing a continuous tragedy for more than 3 decades. The fact is, communal tensions are just crushing our social ethos, our constitution. So when you show a movie, when you make a movie, when you produce a movie with such an agenda, with agenda of hate, you are neither comforting the Kashmiri Pandits, nor you are trying to create a situation where things can be normal. Rather, you are utilizing Kashmir to incite violence and hatred in other parts of India. Such a propaganda of communalism, such a propaganda of hatred is going to make things worse in Kashmir as well as in rest of India. Those who are saying that, oh, we got to know the truth by this film, I like to appeal them, read the Kashmiri history, go to Kashmir, meet the people, read the Kashmiri history. The exodus of Kashmiri Pandits was a tragedy, but there are many other tragedies in Kashmir, and until those all are told in a cohesive manner, you cannot understand Kashmir, you cannot understand the tragedy of Kashmir. Thank you.